goddamn vacuum cleaners.
A Roomba escaped out an open front door.
Now yes, there is the benefit of not having to physically push them. And even if they're not throwing themselves down the stairs, they just don't clean very well. Like, the whole point they were made, they're just not very good. Now what if we keep the part where I don't do any work, but it still actually cleans, like a vacuum cleaner should? It's like we need to put the human back in the vacuum cleaner, but importantly, that human not be me. And this is where the realms of internet labour come into play. What if we made people look for things throughout my apartment with a remote controllable device? And that thing you're driving me to a Roomba. Now the first thing to do is make a Roomba remote controllable, and I have two ways to do this. Option one is to reverse engineer and modify the electronics that came inside of this AliExpress wonder, or drill a bunch of holes in the top and attach my own components. And it doesn't take a genius to work out which one I went for. But you know what they say, if it works, it doesn't work. I'm pressing forward right now. But thankfully, I know what's wrong with this. I just need to swap two of the cables and it'll move where I need it to. I think. So if I was to press forward now, it works. Now there is one little thing that will make this better and is quite crucial to the success of this project, seeing where you're going. So when you're currently driving around, you just see a black screen. This leads me to my biggest enemy. Video streams. Goddamn video streams. So, I'm sure you're well aware that video streaming content is extremely common right now. So it shouldn't be that big of a problem to solve, right? Wrong. One of the big challenges I was facing was, well, I don't want my IP address to be streamed to the world. Because another problem I face is if I've got two people trying to download a high-end piece of machinery like this vacuum cleaner, I'm now thinking, right, that's not what I did. That's a different problem. Importantly, it's done. And I think we're there. And it's red. It's red. It's very red. But it works. If I hold you here and I raise my hand, you can see there's a little bit going on, but it's pretty good. It's really good. This is an idea that has just come to me. This could change vacuum cleaning even more than we thought. This is actually a thing. Like, crazy. Now before we let people loose in my home, we need to give them some form of incentive to actually move around. And we're going to use the oldest trick in the book here, make it a competition. You've got to go to landmarks scattered around my living room, and you've got to get a point for each one you visit. And the person with the most points wins. Now what do they win? Nothing. They win me a clean living room. Now how are we going to detect if a user has been to a landmark? My first thought was to just put random items around the living room and then train an AI model to detect those from the video feed. That's a lot of work and a lot of compute power for the little Roomba. And then I found this thing called quantum radiographic cryptographically orchestrated data encoding. Sounds complicated, right? Let me grab one. So I can make a few of these, all with different numbers encoded into them, and then scatter them around my living room, let the user take a photo of them, send them off to a server, and let the server determine which ID is contained in this. And then we know the user has visited that landmark. What should have taken weeks has turned into months, so much so we're actually moving house and I'm running out of time. Today's the day. It all comes down to this. Has the months that almost turned into years of work on a Hoover made a dream come true? Now how do we actually determine whether this project has been successful? Now many moons ago, I put some sugar on the floor. I let the stock vacuum cleaner just run for half an hour and I weighed how much sugar was picked up. Now today, we're going to do exactly the same, but instead of letting it run on its own, the people of the internet are going to run it for me. If you want to control the links on the screen, so this guy's got 3. I get how warm you can get just talking and pretending to be interesting. Projects that should take months take years. That runs 24/7. Very long time ago, but unfortunately, 5. This guy is on 4 now. The results are in. And they're interesting. The stock Roomba gathered a total of 15 grams out of 30 grams of sugar. Pretty respectable. Now the all important one is the one that was controlled by you viewers. Did you people do better than a computer? No, it was significantly worse. Like, significantly worse. You collected 2 grams out of 30. 6%. The stock one got 50%. Anyway, it was fun. For you, hopefully. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.